It is Valentine's Day, it's February the 14th, it's 8 o'clock, and it is exactly 12 months since I actually viewed these cottages for the first time and, ironically, fell in love. Last week I set myself the challenge to complete the living room, get the living room actually finished, and I'm absolutely worn out. Now let's see how I got to this point. Here we are at Brackenside Cottage. So this is the day we get the keys. So at the moment what I've done is expose all this front wall, because no better time to do that than when it's -3 because it ain't cold. Insulated plasterboard, and then I can do my live edge slab windowsill. I'm going to remove all the plaster off that wall. I've got a couple of electric radiators ordered. One is going to situate there, lifted up against the wall behind the sofa. There's another one going to go underneath the window. But then I've ordered a brand new cast iron radiator, and I'm going to try and picture this one for you. This is having anthracite radiator, big anthracite radiator with brass taps and copper braces. I'm going to run the copper pipes up the side of the wall, all exposed on the granite with brass fittings. I'm then going to run another copper pipe down. I'm going to use that as conduit with some brass fittings to a copper socket, which is basically the socket is already there, but I'm going to have that higher up on the wall so everything will match. Time lapse incoming. Oh, I'm excited to clean this up. So I started this whole process at about 6 o'clock and it's getting on towards 8:30. So it's Wednesday the 21st of January and the granite wall behind me is at the stage where it needs pointing and sealing. The TV may end up at the top or the stereo, I'm not sure. The socket at the bottom is going to get moved up onto the edge. I'm going to run, I think I've decided, with a live edge piece of wood all the way down both sides, which is going to then act as shelving but also as log store. This is the mock-up that I've just thrown together. The wall now opposite the fireplace, all sanded down, and I've actually decided to leave these corner pieces. So we've got one at either side of where the sofa is going to be. It's now Thursday the 5th of February, and last night I managed to get all the pointing done. Just currently on with the insulation board. I've got the phone socket moved now, that's upstairs. I'm just going to put one twin socket on that side over there. The walls are painted, kind of. Welcome back to the channel, Brackenside Cottage. We are absolutely deep in with the living room and I've got another week to get this finished. That was the challenge that I set myself and I am trying my best now to do it. The adrenaline is pumped. We are well on with the live edge woodwork. The granite wall is done, just needs a bit more sealing. I have started to do the electrics and things are progressing well. So this morning I've just made a start on moving the light switch from this wall so I can get this finished and boarded. I've started to remove the plaster from the porch so I can use the one full sheet in that area. I need to get some conduit to finish chasing this, so that's just basically put back in place so it's more usable. Tomorrow I'll hopefully pick up the rest of the little bits that I need, then I can chisel that out even more and then I can start to actually get that done. I've got the other side to do. This is where I'm at the moment, so this is dark in here, but I just thought with the exposure of it now, 1860s probably this was put on. You can see the different colours over the years, but it is literally just falling apart. And see underneath that you've even got the paint, so the original walls that were painted on top of the granite. What I'm doing is basically ripping all this back and then I can get the battens on and get the insulated board and then round off this edge, but I'm not going to do this side. I'm going to wait because the door at the top, you can see across the top that lintel actually slopes down, and where the main power cable comes in gives us even less room. what I think I'm going to do, there's two options. One is to cut into the granite at the top just to countersink that cable in there, and that gives me a little bit of extra room. Or the other alternative is to pull the door back in so the door actually clears this, which will mean then there's a recess on the door, which would actually give it more weatherproofing. And interesting one here, there is a hole at the bottom of the door that you can literally, can't really see on that, but yeah, that's the hole. Right, so this is kind of random, but a piece of newspaper has just fallen out that was actually attached to the plaster. You can see that the plaster is still attached to it. Right, that's obviously, I think it's just been put in there as like a stop. But let's see if we can delicately open this to see how old this piece of paper is. It's actually got a date on it. Here we go, it's got a date on it. 2006. It's now Tuesday and I've got 5 days to go. I have got most of the dusty work done, but I've still got a few other little bits to do. I've managed to get TV bracket on the wall, so that's a big win. I've moved the socket from the bottom. So the plans for today and the jobs that I need to get done, I've got the windowsill to cut and fit once I've finished off the window pieces, because I've still got 3 pieces to put in here. Relatively quick, easy job. The windowsill will be quite a big one, quite time consuming, but I also want to finish off the log store rack shelf for the stereo. I need to finish off that corner, all that woodwork as well. Actually made a slight modification to what I was doing in that corner, which means that the 2 pieces that I've already got cut, I'm not actually using now. So I've got to make another one, which means hopefully I can make it even better. And yeah, let's see how we get on today. Quick video of the slab for you. It is now late in the afternoon of Friday and I am absolutely ruined. The 11 days I've had off so far, I've been absolutely manic. I have been absolutely flat out, burning the candle at both ends to try and get this living room finished. And I am getting so close. It's just everything that I have been doing has been so hard work in regards to fixing problems or drilling into granite that has been destroying drill bits, chasing out the walls. The brickwork has been an absolute pain in the backside. A lot of the brickwork is hollow brick, not solid iron brick. But I'm getting there and I am not put off. I am just tired. However, I am about to do the painting and I am kind of excited to see the colour of the paint in the flesh. So this is the Dulux paint, which we got code matched off a random picture that I think Meg's found online. And I've not actually seen this in the flesh yet, so this is going to be the reveal. I can't even remember. Oh my gosh. Wow, what a colour. So here I am painting the walls. I've got to say at this point that it's actually something that I'm not a massive fan of doing. Painting I just find a little bit, I don't know, monotonous and boring. I suppose I like probably the more therapeutic method of wallpapering. But, you know, each to their own. Let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer painting or do you actually prefer wallpapering? And if so, give me your reasons why. But yeah, as you can see, progress is good. Progress is getting on there. If you're enjoying this as an update, as a video, if you're enjoying the content, then hit subscribe, give me a like. It genuinely means the absolute world to me. It's incredible to see the responses of people making comments and giving suggestions, hints, tips or anything like that. I'm open to constructive criticism. Please feel free. It's yeah, it's all part of the process and I'm enjoying the process. It's really good. Anyway, here we are. Modern day. This is where I'm up to. So to be blunt, no, it's not finished. However, as you can see, I have been absolutely grafting my bottom off. and I have spent so much time getting these little touches to this point, and I am absolutely stoked with how certain things are coming out. So I've got a lamp that is currently on the windowsill. The windowsill is the big piece of 35mm thick blue spruce, which I have carved and hand sanded down. Got the live edge out here, which has a nice curve on it, which you can see. And I've paired that up with the centre of the window, another piece of blue spruce. So I've picked up a nice lamp with a matching shade for the pendant light in the centre of the room. When I fit that, I've got a couple of shelves that I've actually made out of some red cedar. One is going to go above the socket on that side where the lamp's going to be. The other one on this side just as a bookshelf. The red cedar, the blue spruce, and all the wood here is actually untreated at the moment. I've not actually got round to treating the wood, but what I have got at the moment is the logs in the log rack. I've got the stereo on the shelf. I've got the TV up on a bracket. The TV actually spins down and around, so it comes down to a better height, and I will insert now. So what's left in this room? Well, the obvious ones. The ceiling, which I have got the wood sourced for that, and that will be a little bit unusual because I don't know anywhere, I've never seen anything actually done like it, but basically that'll be in keeping with the vibes in this room, and that's all going to be wood. And the floor itself I actually have, but obviously that is to put down. I did think that I might get that done today, but in reality I'm absolutely worn out. I just thought before I go back to work I need a bit of a chilled day, so today I've just been tidying up, moving things around and doing a lot of cleaning once I'd actually finished the fixtures and fittings sort of thing. The wood all needs treating, I've just mentioned that. The ceiling, the floor, the radiators need the electrics connecting. I've got a new consumer box coming for that, so every radiator will be on a separate RCBO, and I've got an electrician coming back on Friday, so in theory the next video the radiators will be working, new consumer unit will have been in. I'm hoping the chimney guy will come back and do mine, because I did speak to him, and on Friday, Saturday he was going to come about because the weather's been decent past couple of days. I've not seen him, a little bit disappointed. No new chimney yet on my side. The bookcase, I was planning on doing one of the days this week, but again, I have prioritised other things. And one thing I realised was that I actually need to get the floor down in here before I do the bookcase, because of the things that are in there that I was going to bring through here. So to match the two, the sofa and the chair that I've actually got in here, I've actually got a wing back chair as well. So whether or not the wing back stays in what is going to be the games room come pub, I don't know. That is a strong potential. That's the obvious one as well. All the skirting boards turned up yesterday, and again I did contemplate whether to try and get a couple cut so that they were actually ready to go straight on, as and when I was doing the floor I could put them on at the same time, but I've not done that. All the skirting boards in theory should be quite easy to do. I've got the architrave as well, so around all the doors I'm using the same wood. I think it's possibly red cedar. I'm not even sure what the boards are that I've got. But skirting boards, architraves, all going to be matching, and the sides of the window and across the top is going to be the same as well. I'm going to use the same architrave, and that is pretty much then this room done. The only thing that I've not brought through yet is the cast iron radiator that will be living where that chair is. So the cast iron radiator is to go on, and there's obviously the conduit to sort out with that socket there, because that one is going to be again another brass, but I've still not quite got around to doing that one with the new conduit. So again, in theory, my next 4 days off should see this complete. Hopefully we'll have a chimney on that as well, and in which case I can then move to the upstairs, because that is then the next room to be done. So let me know in the comments what you think of what I've done so far. I'm going to add a few video compilations now with some jazzy music that I find. Yeah, let me know what your favourite part of the build is, and I'll see you on the next one.